if you haven't tried Procreate yet, you have to. It is the best program. This tutorial today is going to be for anyone who's brand new to the app. I'm going to do a run through of the very basics of Procreate. You know, just getting a sense of where the brushes are, the color palettes, all the tools, and kind of just a workaround of the canvas. And then I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to paint a wild rose. So if that sounds great, I hope you come along for the ride. All right, so this is the page that you'll be brought to when you open up your Procreate app. I have some of my recent illustrations there, but we're going to open up a new canvas, and this is what the canvas page looks like. So I'll just walk you through a couple of things. In the very top right-hand corner, there is your palettes. So there's different ways you can pick color, actually a lot of different ways you can pick color in Procreate, but it's really fun to create a custom palette. Here there is values, so you can play around with the values of your colors, which is really fun. It's a great way to learn color theory, actually. This part too, this is colors, and it'll show you the complementary colors, so the opposite sides of the color wheel. So it's just a good visualization, and it can really help you with picking out your palettes. Then there is classic. So here you can kind of choose the different shades. And here as well. Here are your brushes. And Procreate comes with a lot of brushes in their system already, but you can always purchase brushes as well from people who make them. I have a couple purchased brushes in my brush kit here, brush library. But you can see there is calligraphy, textures, abstract, there's inking, there's painting, there's drawing, sketching. These are all native within the app. This is the smudge tool and the eraser tool. So I'm just going to pick a brush here, and I can show you how the smudge tool and the eraser tool work. I'm going to pick one of the watercolor brushes that I recently purchased. I'll just pick a teal green here, or gray. Oh, so that's a little small. So up there you can increase the brush size to the left there. So I'm just going to draw a couple strokes. You can see because these are watercolor brushes, there's that overlap. So we could use the smudge tool, and it does exactly that. It smudges. So you can use 2 fingers to undo the last thing you did, and 3 fingers to redo. So 2 fingers to undo, 3 fingers to redo. So it's a really quick way to edit your work. So this is the eraser tool. I have it set to a pretty small brush size right now, but you can turn it up on the left there, and then that's a much bigger eraser. I'll just walk you through a couple other functions. Here is the actions button, so you can add a photo, you can take a photo. Here's the canvas where you would crop and resize, have a drawing guide or a reference. Here is the share an image, so you can export, and you can take video of your drawings as well. Just some other actions. Here are adjustments. You can look at hue, saturation, and brightness. You can also look at color balance. And there's all kinds of different functions in here. To be honest, I haven't even completely explored them all. All right, so let's get into this wild rose tutorial. So I'm going to insert a photo. This is a wild rose. that I took a photo of recently. And I'm going to show you how you can trace from a photo, which is just so great. So I'm going to resize this first, make it a little bit bigger. Now we're going to go into the layers and we are going to turn down the opacity. This is going to give us the outline so we can draw the rows and, trace the rows. You want to add a new layer so that you are sketching not on the photo layer, but on a new layer. I'm just going to go with a sketching brush called Peppermint, and we're just going to do a gray color. In the end, we're not going to have the sketch layer shown, so this is just for our reference while we're creating the artwork. So here is our sketch. I am going to pick a brush from my Sublime Watercolor palette. And we're going to start off with this really light pink on the petals. Oh, that was a hidden layer, so I have to make this layer visible. There we go. So this brush is great because it's just a really soft watercolor looking brush. Next, we're going to add another shade of pink, a darker shade, and this is going to be on the outer part of the petals. And it might look a little bit silly right now with that harsh edge, but we are going to blend it out after. So I'm just choosing one of the blender brushes that are in this watercolor brush set, and we're going to blend out the two pinks together. Now I'm going to pick an even darker shade of pink and just do some stamps on the outer parts of the petal. This will add even more depth. Now we're going to paint the leaves. And now we'll get to work on the center part of the flower. I'll add in some orange dots for the stamen of the flower. Lastly, we're going to add some shadows and highlights on the leaves. I'm choosing a darker green for kind of at the base of the leaf, and then a light green for a more vibrant highlight at the end of the leaves. And there is our finished wild rose. So I hope you enjoyed that introduction and tutorial for the app Procreate. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and follow my channel for more. Thank you.